Hey, Coach Mason, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Just having to deal with a little bit of technical difficulty, but it's fine. It's good old East Texas that you have to deal with all the rain and everything we got. I'm surprised anything's working sometimes. So,
Been a ton of rain down there for sure. But we were just having a conversation before you came on about one-game playoffs in softball. And in your first round against Lovelady, you played a one-game playoff and won 4-2 to advance. So, what's your opinion on a one-game playoff as opposed to a series? What's kind of the pros and cons of each?
it just depends on what you have. If you have a really good pitching staff, on that, if you have a really good pitching staff or you have a couple pitchers, I mean, obviously you want to go with a series. If you know you may not be as talented as the other team, and you have just hoping that you can just beat them, and you go with the one game. It just depends on what you have and what you don't have. The only thing is like when you get to the state tournament, it's just one game only. So a lot of teams kind of like to do that as to be prepared for that. But for me, I like a series. I think it gets us some. You can kind of work some corks out before you get to state. And if you have, like I said, I have two really good pitchers, and that can go two games. Either way, and they can actually go them two together. They can take a game by themselves, or they can do one each. So it just depends on what you feel like is best for you and your program at that time of year. So
Yeah, and I will tell you as a fan, it's a lot more exciting to watch a one game playoff because everything's on the line in that one game. But I love watching a good series too. Well, let's talk about this playoff run a little bit. Like we said, you won the one game playoff against Lovelady in By District, beat West Sabine in a 2-game series 2-0. Then had a tough battle with Timpson this past week and went to those 3 games talking about the series, but ended up winning 2-1. So what's this playoff run been like this year?
um, for us, last year was new for us to have the run that we had last year. We made it to the regional finals, got beat up by Como Picton, and then this year you kind of going a little bit differently. You have because of the fact that we've been here before, we're a little battle tested. I guess is to say that it's a little bit different. You go a little bit more confident into it this year. Like I said, we played Lovelady last year in the first round, and it was a series with them, and every single game was close. Last year we played Evadale, who could really hit the ball really well. And then we ran into a district opponent like we did again this year. Last year was Walking, this year's Timpson, and it was just a battle. I think because of what we did last year, a lot of the time our girls come in with a little bit more confident, knowing that, hey, even though you lost a game, you still got that third one that you can, if you just battle and do what you're supposed to do, you can win a game. So.
And this region, you're speaking about Como Picton and Lovelady. This region, this 2A Region 3, is phenomenal. I mean, Shelbyville in there then you got Beckville, Groveton, Como Picton, Lovelady, all these really strong softball programs in that region. Now, you took out Lovelady in round 1. Como Picton's been eliminated. What's kind of your thoughts on the rest of the teams that are left in this region?
We have Crossroads this week. From what I'm gathered and what I'm seeing is they can hit the ball really well. They've got a really good left-handed pitcher. She mid-50s, has a really good movement on it. I mean, when you get this level, I mean, anybody you can play could beat you. And then of course, and it wouldn't surprise me. I think Crossroads has a really, really good center fielder. They have a really good shortstop. And so we're just going to have to be a little bit smart, where sometimes we might be a little bit more aggressive. We may not be, but we're still not going to change what we do by no means. I've got some kids that on my team that are state track kids, and we use that to our advantage. But it wouldn't surprise me to see us in Beckville playing next round. And again, they finished first in our district, and we finished second. So it's, again, another district opponent. And it's not just in softball either. I mean, if you look at our district that we've been in, you're looking at football with Timpson, us in basketball, Garrison with powerlifting, and now you've got baseball. You have our baseball teams doing really well. You've got Garrison's baseball team. That's another matchup there. Beckville's baseballs. I mean, it's just this area. Like I said, it's been tough. Not just for me as a head coach these past couple of years, but even before then, when you had West Sabine and Walking and Lovelady. I mean, it's some really good softball in this area. Some great athletes for sure.
And I'm glad you brought that up. We were just talking this morning about Maya Davis out of Lovelady, playing softball now at Louisiana, and we were talking about her out of that same region, scout level, Lovelady again,
Yes.
playing
Yeah.
at A&M. So yeah, this region is just phenomenal with talent, and like you said, in every sport. So like you said, you got Crossroads this week, playing at Rusk. Game 1 on Thursday, Game 2 Saturday. Game 3, if necessary, following Game 2. Coach Mason, best of luck this week, and we hope to be talking to you next week at this time.
All right, sounds good. I look forward to it. Have a good one.
All right, thank you, Coach Mason.